Do you like the show?
Never. I haven't seen it.
He doesn't have cable. I've come to that conclusion. Do you like the show?
I love the show.
Okay.
I think it's hysterical.
I thought it was really nice to watch it and see people that I've seen before, and like seeing people that I've seen in real life, and that's just like cool. And I feel like that's an opportunity that I would have never had I not come here. And just even talking to Damon, like I knew who he was before I moved here, but like you were saying, everybody here is so accessible. It's just crazy. It's like
they are now, yeah. Until they leave, yeah.
But it's
that's the thing about Chicago, man. It's like, you know, you go to an open mic here at the club. It's monsters in the room. You know what I'm saying?
I hadn't seen all those.
It's like, you know, you're gonna have a George Wilborn, a Damon, a Lil Rel, you know, who else, man? You know,
you never know.
Fraction.
You're gonna have hitters. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of, you know. It's either going to kick you out the game, it's going to discourage you, it's going to have you step up and get better and be like, you know what, I want to play on that level too. My goal is to get out the minors and play in the majors. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all type of levels of comedy. It's triple A, double A, and the majors.
And people,
you know
Damon broke a lot of comedians, man. Like, we talking about, you know, honestly, he's probably as important everybody, you know, as in the limelight part Bernie Mac is to Chicago. Damon Williams is probably maybe even more important because he ushered in way more comics.
We were at Riddles last week, man, and you was telling the story when you was on stage. Can you tell that story again? I found it so entertaining about how the experience used to be for y'all coming up in the game as young cats. I was like, man,
I was telling the story
intense.
at Damon's birthday thing about when I got booed off stage at Entis. And this is right when I first started. This was the first black club I did. Most of y'all don't know. I actually went to the Northside clubs first.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what I saw in the newspaper. So that's what I showed up to first. You know what I'm saying? So then when I got there, I did my thing. I got there early. I was only 20 at the time when he was supposed to get in. I wasn't a real comedian. I was a comic.
Right.
And I went on stage or whatever, and I went up as Milton Howery, my government name.
No Lil Rel at this point.
I remember David read it like,
cool.
Milton Howery. So I go up there, and I'm going to finish the story, then we put Willie on the phone. But I get on stage, I'm doing my thing, I get heckled by this lady. Now, you thought I ain't had no facial hair now? I didn't have nothing, and skinnier, so I looked like a little kid. So this lady like, why don't you hurry up? I said, hurry up. Who you talking to looking like Sharice without the makeup on, you know? And at the time, they was like, boo. I'm like, you know, I'm getting all bad. I'm getting heckled. I'm really roasting this lady, but they're not going to listen to me. I'm a kid. And that's where I am. So I'm trying, you know, when you've been booed, you don't necessarily get right off. You really in this weird place, like, ha, y'all crazy. You know, in your mind, you're like, I'll murder everybody.
I'm going to beat somebody.
I'm going to kill you people. I hate you. Y'all making me want to cry. This is not happening. Wow. And then David started walking towards the stage, and this is when Dollar Bill played the worst bombing song you could ever get. Was Someone Please Call Now? And that's when it was hot. So everybody started going crazy. David came up there, roasted me for like some time, and this would make the story crazy. So I'm waiting on my ride. Everybody gone. Damon's still there. Damon like, hey, man, you can wait in the car. Because it was wintertime. I was acting like I didn't want to because he roasted me. So I'm like, I don't need your help. It's like, man, come on, it's cold outside. You know, okay. So I get a car with attitude, holding my little bag, looking out the passenger window. And he tried to talk to me. Hey, no, man, just, you know, hey, man, just keep doing it, man. Because now he got to do it. He got to give me advice. I'm sitting in the car. Hey, man, just keep trying. You know, things will be okay. You know, But you know, but I never forgot that because he didn't have to do that.
Right.
And that was one of those moments where, and I came back the next week and had a really good set. Marlon was hosting next week. And that's when Corey Holcomb went on stage. This is crazy 2 week. Corey's like, hey man, Shorty gonna be straight, dog. Some of y'all garbage. He just started.
Yes, sir. Now,
pretty good vouch right there.
We got the 2012 Bay Area Comedy Competition winner on the line, Mr. Willie Lynch Jr. himself. Willie, are you there? What up, boy? What up, boy?
Praise the Lord, brother.
What?
He always want to praise the Lord and don't go to church.
What's good, Willie?
Oh man, chilling, listening to y'all. Hey, this show needs to be picked up. Self, you got me dying, real ignorant. And hey, I love this show, man. I'm supposed to be doing something like right now, but I literally been sitting there listening for about an hour and a half. Man, I love this show, man.
That's
Wow,
great.
appreciate it, boy.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Come on in, be a guest next week or something.
I'll be there. Just give me time. I'll be there.
Now, Willie, you a smart brother, educated brother. A lot of sense to you. What did you think about Django? Please tell me. We want to know.
Okay, quickly, because I want to talk about a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. But Django, I didn't like it at first because I think most people didn't care for it because of the trailer. The trailer made it seem like it was a comedy, made it seem like it made light of slavery. But once you watched it, man, I fell in love with it. Because some of the stuff that they showed in there is a lot of stuff that people didn't know happened with slavery. And I studied slavery in depth. And it's a lot of stuff I didn't even know actually happened, you know what I mean? Like in terms of, I knew about the slave shackles and how they would chain the feet up. I didn't know that they used to pierce the feet and they used to cut the ankles to the point where you could literally break your legs. You know what I'm saying? And everything that happened in the movie, I loved it. You know what I mean?
He was smart.
And there was some funny stuff that happened in it, and I try not to laugh because I try to look at it from an intellectual perspective.
Right.
But I think it put light on certain parts of slavery, certain aspects of slavery that we didn't know existed. Like most people, like myself included, I had no clue that they used to make slaves fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that happened up until the 1940s, where they used to make black folks in the Deep South literally fight each other until one of them died. You know what I mean? And, he actually showed that in the movie. That's what was brilliant about Quentin Tarantino. He actually researched slavery early, and he put all that into the movie. So, I mean, I think it was amazing. It was a classic for me.
I didn't know blacks couldn't ride horses.
Yeah, I ain't know blacks couldn't ride horses either. Like, get off that Ned. That was a powerful scene right there. Get off who that on that Ned. Just the fact that he couldn't get on the horse. That was crazy, Willie.
And then if you remember when she was like, you chose to wear that? Remember he had on the outfit?
Yeah.
And like what people don't know, like Richard Pryor said it before. He was like, comedy comes from slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though slavery was classed at and oppressed, like we created our own institutions like Black Church, and we created the dozen and created making fun of each other. Even though we were sad, nigga, we was joining each other every day, trying to make light of our situation. So I think it was dope. If you look at it with a different eye, a different lens, you know what I'm saying, you can really appreciate it.
We can dig it. Now, Willie, you want to touch on a lot, some other stuff too. What's some of the other stuff you want to touch on? Because I know, while we got you on the line, we want to kind of pick your brain. So go ahead, take us into Willie's world.
I saw you just tweeted on Twitter. You said, "I love the Chicago comedy scene, man." What things do you love about it, brother?
Well, in as much as I think a lot of people here are disgruntled with Chicago comedy scene, I'm in love with, like, I came from St. Louis, and I moved up here, and I remember this chick from the crib was a comedian out in L.A. was like, why would you move to Chicago to do comedy instead of Atlanta, New York, or L.A.? And I was like, because the jokes are dope. And I had no idea that, like somebody said the word earlier, acceptance. I had no idea I was going to be able to see who Lil Rel was. I didn't know who Rel was, and I told him to this day, and I didn't know I asked this. I said, that was the funniest dude I've ever seen live. And I'm like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing him on a regular basis. I'm seeing Damon every other week. Saying, Leon, you got legends that's walking around popping in the club. You can actually sit at their feet and pick their brain, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In St. Louis, all of the legends never come back. So you just got a lot of disgruntled comics who are bitter and who really don't help out the younger comics in the game. Like, since I started, Leon is one of the people that really pushed my career. I got that Miller Lite just because Leon thought I was, be perfect for this showcase for Jerry Azuma, you know what I'm saying? And dude, one of my frat brothers saw me perform that night and was like, hey, I work for Miller Lite. And I got that. So, I mean, just being here, man, has prepared my career like mud, man.
Okay. Now, Willie, you was just in Japan. Now, like, what was that experience all about? Like, did you perform for the Japanese? Like, was it a language difference? Did they understand? Did the jokes translate? How was Japan for you, big brother?
It was dope, even though I was lying telling people I was performing for the Japanese people, and I told them I speak Japanese. But that's how you get extra whoop on the side. But now, it was just speaking English. It was cool. I had abscess too, man. So I was like, had a fever the whole time, and I almost passed out twice on stage. But I got to work with Coco Brown to pick her brain, man. So it was just, for me, it's learning from, the people, my antecedents, the people that come in front of me. And so that was the biggest thing, just talking to her, getting game from her, learning about acting, getting some stuff up in L.A. It was just dope, man. And actually now I have a connect over there, so I'm actually about to start putting comics over there too.
Is there a large...
Damon opens up the doors to people.
Right.
Like Damon, one of the people that I study from a distance, so I'm trying to be,
cool.
Be Damon, not just so much on stage, but even off stage, like promoting and producing shows and doing stuff overseas. So I got a lot of stuff coming up just because of, being over there and living in Chicago.
What you got coming up soon, man? The people want to know.
Wait on this TV opportunity. Don't want to speak on it because I don't want to jinx it.
Okay, I understand that.
I got a call about a month and a half ago. And one of the shows I can't speak on is supposed to be Magic Johnson on his network. It's called Aspire TV. And she's got some stuff going on in LA. Actually about to try to get into acting finally. Take some classes and start auditioning.
Okay.
And going on this tour in Korea in the next couple months.
All right, man.
Real quick. Coco Brown, for all you people who don't know, she is one of the stars on Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse that comes on TBS. She's in his new movie, Single Moms Club. She is one of the funniest comedians, not just in the country. Like, nobody likes to follow her like that. She's a monster. And it was dope, I think, for Willie, for you to get a chance to work with her, man. That's one of my good friends in the game. And she is hysterical. So that's who I think she's the next big thing in comedy. I mean, Tyler Perry, once you got that Tyler Perry machine behind you, it's crazy. So she's going to be in major motion pictures. You see in that commercial, that progressive commercial that comes on all the time, man. She's killing the game, man. She was on a lot of shows last. She was on the Soul Man. So I'm just proud of him, man. So for him to go to Japan with her.
Right.
Willie's one of the smarter comics I've ever seen. Like, I always joke about it to Chicago comedians is this dude came from another city and came over here and understood what was here. A lot of cats is kind of spoiled here, or you're too busy competing or being jealous or bitter, and you got all this knowledge right here. You should be asking questions. Everybody kind of, I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but sometimes everybody think they way more even than what they really are. And that's just the truth. It's some things like with me, man, I've done a lot of stuff, but I don't brag about it. But I have a lot of knowledge on everything. And somebody like Willie Lynch Jr., who's doing a bunch of stuff and still calls me all the time to ask questions about things like that, that's how you get on. That's what I did. So, if people can learn to, kind of humble themselves a bit,
definitely,
and know what it is. Ain't no jealous. This is just the realistic part. Some of us do know about Hollywood better than others. Some of us are in certain realms that other people ain't. Saying you got these people accessible to you, reach out to them.
In case you didn't know, you are listening to IntellectualRadio.com, and this is the corner where we discuss all type of hot issues. This is the first show. We glad to be here, baby. Chi-Town in the building. We had Willie Lynch Jr. on the phone.
Yes,
sir, Willie. And when is your next show? When can we catch you? Is your show at Jokes and Notes coming up soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Jokes and Notes the Valentine's Day, the 14th, 15th, and 16th. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing a show with Leon Damon, Tony Skoll. We're going to be at some spot called Untitled downtown for Jerry Azulman, Israel and Donna J's foundation.
That's that fundraiser. Yeah. Well, thanks for calling in, Willie, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate it, Willie.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to Micaiah Johnson, man. She be hooking them shows up, them fundraising shows, man, with Jerry Azuma hooking that up. High school buddy of mine.
Word.
But that was some ill stuff, man. That was some good.
I was really happy to hear him speak on that as far as like coming from where he came from and coming up here.
Yeah.
It really, and that's what he said. That's what people were looking at me like, why didn't you go to L.A. or New York? And I was like, well, eventually I would like to move to one of those places, but I feel like I need to come here to learn first.
Hey, I know. Willie's the one that told me a year ago I wasn't a real comedian. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I felt a certain way about it, but I had to look at it and say, dang, man, maybe he's right, though.
Still ain't a real comedian.
You know what I'm saying? But,
I'm messing with you.
But fast forward a year later, you know what I'm saying? I'm featured on the show together. So, you know what I'm saying? In a real comedy club that he just spoke on. So,
last night,
move forward.
We was at Jokes and Notes. I had to pull B-Self to the side, like, B-Self, stop talking to me like you got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I was like, you are still Brian Self right now.
I'm not no big-headed person. I ain't nothing like that. But I really just feel right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not holding back no more. I feel like I'm not scared to die on stage. I feel like I've been holding back because I'm like, man, I don't want to say something that's gonna get me murdered up here. Like, but I gotta literally be like, I'm not afraid of death. because it's like I'm about to say something and somebody might want to kill me.
Bro?
No. I mean, I
don't know if I want you to say it, hey, man. Whatever you gonna say, don't say it.
I've seen comics. You know, I heard about comics coming off stage getting punched in the face, but you know what I'm saying? All
Right. That's if you talking to.
I think it just means he needs to raise his stage
Right,
confidence.
yeah, because he's confused. No, look, don't insult the people out there. Yes, you're right. Don't say nothing crazy to people. And I like to say this too, comics. You know, just because you can roast people, that don't mean you're doing comedy. That ain't comedy.
I'm so happy you said that.